Hospet in central Karnataka. This is my land, a land of mysteries and secrets. This vast rocky landscape is a canvas painted with different shades of brown, sprinkled with a bit of green. Boulders, rocks, thorns. This is all you can see here. And I know what you're thinking. How can anything live here? Well, you'll be surprised. Come, let me introduce you to my neighbors. In this blazing heat, all I can think of is a nap. That is if these monkeys stop peeping in. Oops. In the middle of all this monkey business, I completely forgot to introduce myself. Hi, I'm an Indian sloth bear. Everybody calls me Bindu because of the little white dot on my forehead. You must have heard several stories about bears. But today, I'm going to tell you a story about me and my friends. The mighty river Tungabhadra is the lifeline of our dramatic landscape. Located on its banks is the magnificent historical city of Hampi, capital of the once great empire of Vijayanagar. The ruins of Hampi have withstood the test of time. Even today, they vividly tell stories of its ancient glory. Monkey brothers Vali and Sugriva ruled this land, which was known as Kishkinda in the Hindu mythological epic Ramayana. It was here that Lord Rama formed his army of monkeys. And in this army was a lone bear, Jambuvanta. And now we, the descendants of his clan, have a safe haven here. Just a stone's throw away from Hampi is Daroji Sloth Bear Sanctuary, and this is my home. Spread over 83 square kilometers, this hard and rugged terrain is India's first sloth bear sanctuary. If there are rocks and boulders, there will be caves. And if there are caves, there will be shade. During the day, we cool off in the shade of the caves, stepping out only after dusk. However, sometimes we do roam around in broad daylight too. That's me, right there. We grow up to 6 feet in height, have long sickle-shaped claws, and a large white V over the chest. Bear Rock at Daroji is the coolest place to hang out. Today, I'm out for an evening stroll, and look at what's tailing me around. My 2 male cubs. When these 2 were very young, I would carry them everywhere on my back. But I can't do that now, can I? They're nearly 2.5 years old. In bear years, that means they will soon leave my protective care to find their own home and fend for themselves. But there's still time for that. Until then, our little family moves together in search of food. Do you want to know what we eat? Insects, fruits, berries, and honey. But our favorite food is termites. Ooh, I just found some at the base of this tree. Excuse me, while I slurp, slurp, slurp. Our limbs are so powerful that we can easily lift heavy rocks and stones and treat ourselves to ants and insects hidden underneath. It's not always easy, especially if one stands on the rock. Now, ours is not the only family in this region. Close by, in the thick of grass and reeds that grow along the Tungabhadra, live a family of smooth-coated otters. They are social animals and tend to stay in packs of 2 to more than 15. That's a large family, isn't it? They are at the top of the food chain in a riverine system, which is why a healthy population of otters indicates a healthy river. Otters feast on fish and are excellent swimmers. After all that swimming and feeding frenzy, what else can an otter do but take a nap? As summer progresses, the Tungabhadra is drying up. The canals that provide water for agriculture are now dry, exposing the ledges and rock crevices. But this situation works very well for one particular bird. The Indian eagle owl lays its eggs in rock cavities or ledges like these. Aw, this nest has a cute little chick. These chicks are well camouflaged and wait patiently for the parents to return. Another bird that is completely at home in the midst of rocks and boulders is the painted spurfowl. Both the male and female spurfowls have little thorn-like projections on their legs called spurs. This pair has come out with its chicks to look for food. Spurfowls feed on insects, berries, seeds and grains by scratching on the ground. While they are busy scratching the ground, we are busy scratching ourselves. Ticks and lice get into our shaggy fur and it causes such a terrible itch. Like all little children, my cubs are always fighting. Sometimes the fight gets so serious that I need to come and break it up. Today, this cub has not been able to find food. So he comes to me whimpering, reaching for my food. I don't like this at all. But nevertheless, I make way for him to take my spot this afternoon. The unrelenting heat seems to cause clouds to evaporate even before they can form. There is no water for miles. A leaking tap provides relief for the sunbirds who flock in for a sip. But that's easier said than done. Sometimes you need to fight for it. Even the smallest puddle between the rocks attracts birds and squirrels from everywhere. Clearly, it is splash time. But it's not all fun and games for everyone. This peacock has other things on his mind. He unfurls his feathers, showing off his glorious colors as he dances in front of a group of peahen, hoping to impress at least one of them. Some of the young males are trying as well. But with tail feathers like these, nobody is watching them. At least this peacock has an audience. The monkey, however, does not seem to be too impressed and decides to have some fun. These mischief makers, I tell you, always up to monkey business. A few smart ones know that it's best to stay away from monkeys. Close by, yellow-wattled lapwings collect and arrange small pebbles to build their nests in the grassland. Back at Bear Rock, once again, this cub wants to share my meal. This is it. I've had enough. If I keep providing for them, when will they ever learn? For the rest of the evening, my cubs stay away from me. You can almost feel the tension and anxiety in the air. Eventually, I get up and leave. This is the first time my cubs are without me, and I don't know what's in store for them. The next day, this lone wild boar is grazing while I'm resting in the bushes close by. My cubs finally come out at dusk, but we don't cross paths. That night, dark clouds begin to form. The rain transforms the landscape into a lush green cover. Small streams flow everywhere. The trees that were once bare are now sprouting new leaves. The irrigation canals are full and the water level in the Tungabhadra has risen. With the river in full flow, our friends the otters have plenty of food to eat. Now they have company. A pond heron lands nearby, followed by a crow, and finally this Brahmini kite. These birds are scheming to steal a fish or two. Who would want to let go of free food? At the grassland, the yellow-wattled lapwing chicks are growing up, scampering around in the grassland. These birds share their area with another unique animal, the fan-throated lizard. A male lizard proudly displays his white fan, sending a signal to other males, saying, "Hey, this is my territory. Don't even think of coming anywhere nearby." A female has found a good site for its nest and is busy digging a hole. The male continues his vigil. Every now and then, she checks if everything is okay and resumes digging. She lays her eggs and does a nifty job of sealing the hole. And in this way, all of us share a habitat such that we can lead our lives comfortably. Our friends in the Karnataka Forest Department work tirelessly towards our protection. Like us, you would also require land to develop for your needs. Industries, mining, townships, and farmlands. As we have always been your neighbors, there are times when you come into our land, or we make way into villages and fields. The leopards have food easily available to them, and we bears cannot resist the crops you grow. As a solution to such conflicts, the government and the forest department now have regular interactions with the public and also provide appropriate compensation. I think the best way ahead is for all of us to coexist in harmony. For us to survive, we need your help and support in giving us a space. Back at Bear Rock, my cubs have learnt the art of survival. I'm close by, but they're doing fine on their own. For all you know, I may be back next year with my new cubs. Will you come and see me then?